SIGGRAPH, the ultimate computer trade show for hackers, graphic artists, and animators. In short, all the brilliant young people who spend way too much time watching Star Trek on TV.
Do you like Los Angeles?
All the big guns are here, all competing against each other to draw crowds to their booths, to sell their products. So why should this booth, put up by a new and relatively unknown company, draw so much attention? Their new Trinity product is one reason. Trinity puts the power of a TV station into a PC, complete with titles, painting, editing, and 3D special effects. The other superior attraction in this sea of chaos is the cool, calm presenter, Kiki Stockhammer.
It's crazy.
She hates the title, but many call Kiki the trade show queen. It's a tribute to how well she communicates with audiences.
You want to feel like somebody's talking to you, and somebody wants to help you, or somebody wants to communicate something to you in an honest fashion. And, you know, a lot of people use a certain style of talking, and they try to be very crisp and speak in a certain way and have a certain attitude, and I just try to be me.
It's 2 days before SIGGRAPH, and Kiki has been working on her presentation for a week. As the big day approaches, she starts to get nervous.
I have been presenting products since 1989, and I still get nervous no matter what. And it's kind of a good nervous tension. It's not that, oh, I feel sick. It's more of a, every muscle in my body's tight because I know, oh, when I go to this show in LA, I know what's going to happen is that I'm going to be showing the world our cool product. And that turns me on. I mean, that's great. And so it's more, right now I go through the process of, I need to get all my ducks in order, so to speak. I need to make sure that I understand how all the different parts of the product work. I need to understand the focus for marketing, the focus for sales, and I need to understand who I'm going to be talking to.
Who's the better presenter? Is it this Kiki?
Hi, I'm Kiki Stockhammer, and this is Snappy. Notice how lovely it looks. Notice how well designed it is. And you know what? It's under $200. This is the kind of sap that we hate. Why? Because it's like Vanna White.
Or is it this Kiki?
Do you want the coolest piece of technology that you can hook up to your PC and it allows you to grab really high quality still pictures from your camcorder, your TV set, or your VCR? It's this gizmo, Snappy. That's totally different, isn't it? That's how you communicate, and that's what makes the difference. It's that honesty, it's that truthfulness. People feel that.
No, it's not a Hollywood museum. It's the office of Play Incorporated president Paul Montgomery. And this is one of Kiki's last stops before leaving for SIGGRAPH.
Do we want to emphasize, this is the final shipping software? Do we want to...
What I would emphasize is that, you know, really, we want to make sure that they know that this is more than a nonlinear editor.
Right.
That we've replaced an entire television studio in this one box, and we, you know, connected it to the PC.
Right, so go through the process again of its live production, post-production,
right,
all the graphics necessary,
right,
and really drill that part in. What do we want to say about shipping? So, do we...
We're in beta now, and we're shipping in September,
beta,
and say you know, and keep in mind too, the only date we've ever promised that we would ship is this summer, and
right,
we made beta then.
Right.
So we're.
Is it cool to say there's commercials on TV that have already been done?
Yeah, that's really great to say.
Okay. That sounds perfect. I'm just trying to think if there's any last thing in my brain. I think it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, I do too.
It's constantly running, constantly trying to find people, last-minute stuff.
Before she can leave for the conference, Kiki does her other job.
There's papers everywhere. There's magazines everywhere.
She's also Play's Director of Human Resources. She wades through the pile of resumes that arrive at Play every day, searching for just those few people who might have the right skills and attitude to work here.
Could you please leave him a message? OCKHAMMER. Thank you. Bye.
Finally, it's time to go.
See ya.
It's the night before the convention. As Play employees scramble to get everything ready, Kiki looks for some quiet time to practice the presentation and relax.
Right now I'm really concerned on having a lot of cool stuff so that I'm ready to go. You know, I'm very aware of all the other cool people that are here, and that I know that our goal is that we want to shine like the brightest stars. And, you know, that's a lot of certainty that I have to have, because primarily everyone is here wanting to do that. So I know that we'll do great.
Like make your plane for the television.
Everything is ready. The hours of preparation are over. Now the presentation will either work or it won't. How nervous would you be?
2, 1, music. Prepare camera 2.
Let's get going and welcome our first guest from Play, Kiki Stockhammer.
Hi, sir.
All right. Direct from Rancho Cordova, California, wherever that is. How good can this be? Can I produce, you know, the kind of program, the kind of commercial I see on network television?
Yes, and to basically prove that point at Play, we said, okay, we got to do this ourselves. We essentially put together an entire commercial about a futuristic product from Play called MindPhone. Now, to prove to people that we're empowering the people, we did it ourselves. We kind of look at ourselves as Play as frustrated film video geeks, right? And so basically, we have Panimation, which is the real-time painting, animating, and compositing portion. And I've just brought a still from the actual video that we created there. The cool part about this is I can simply take a brush. This is what's called an object-oriented paint program. So I can actually now select it, and once I've selected it, click on my move icon, and now this is just a moving patch of light, right? Again, I'm moving it anywhere on the screen. So this is indeed an object-oriented paint program. The other thing that I'm going to do is just go through and show you some of the other cool effects. I can, for example, do what we call a
Hello.
Overall, Kiki's first presentation of the day goes well, although there was a moment when the computer crashed.
Did we lock up there for a second?
we locked up there for
All
a
right.
second.
So basically what you've done here, let
It
me
was
explain how you
intense.
get-
Today was a really intense day. Part of working at a company and creating products is that, you know, real life is not perfect. Real life is not, everything falls in a line and everything is working perfectly. And I actually was holding on maybe a little bit too tight to the fact of, it's crashed. And actually, after it happened, and I couldn't bring it up, and, you know, we had to kind of stop the show, and I'm sure people noticed it, it was over. The worst thing that could happen happened, and I felt free. So then I didn't care. It was great. It was a release at that point.
All right, we've got another question first there, then over here. Go ahead.
And what 3D packages does the Trinity support?
Anyone that you have. Basically, there's so many great 3D programs out there today that because it's based on a Windows PC, you can import any kind of files that you want.
As the day continues, Kiki does more of the large presentations on the main stage and smaller presentations on the side stages for just a few people. Her ability to connect with any size audience is one of her greatest strengths.
In the process of speaking, I try to get feedback just from the way that people are looking at me, and it's either an affirmation of, yeah, they're getting it, or, there's something I need to explore here. So I slightly may change something, I slightly may add something, and that seems to be pretty effective. I guess my weakness is in beating myself up too much. In that I could have done this better, I could have done that better, instead of just patting myself on the back and saying, that was a pretty good job.
And what advice does Kiki Stockhammer have for young presenters? Well, you could record your presentation with a video camera and then watch it over and over, like she does. You can also watch other good presenters and copy what they do. But Kiki's most important piece of advice is simple and personal.
I think what's really missing is that people are too afraid to be real and to be themselves. And you know what? That's the secret. That is the whole secret.
Why is it necessary for Kiki to make presentations on the job? What pointers did you pick up from Kiki's interview? Why do you think she is such a successful presenter?